हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू माय क्लास। तो लास्ट क्लास में हम लोगों ने एक्सप्लेन किया था व्हाट इज इलेक्ट्रोकेमिस्ट्री, देन सम टर्म्स व्हाट आर इन्वॉल्व्ड इन इलेक्ट्रोकेमिस्ट्री विद देयर यूनिट्स। तो टुडे आवर टॉपिक इज वेरिएशन ऑफ मोलर कंडक्टिविटी with concentration or dilution. So how the molar conductivity of an electrolyte varies or changes with concentration or dilution. So there are two types of electrolytes. One is strong electrolyte and one is weak electrolyte. The strong electrolyte completely dissociates into ion in solution, whereas weak electrolytes partially dissociates into ions in its solution. So at first we are considering about strong electrolyte. So first part, number A, for strong electrolyte. So the question is how molar conductivity of a strong electrolyte varies with concentration or dilution. So the molar conductivity of a strong electrolyte is found to vary with concentration according to one equation, and that equation is molar conductance is lambda m c. That means at any concentration. So lambda Cm is equals to lambda naught m minus a root over of c. The molar conductivities of a strong electrolyte is found to vary with concentration according to the equation, and that equation is lambda Cm is equals to lambda naught m minus a root c. So here A is a constant and its value depends upon the nature of the solvent and the temperature. Lambda Cm is the molar conductance at any concentration. This C represents concentration. So molar conductance at any concentration. Lambda naught m is the molar conductance at infinite dilution. Zero concentration, that means infinite dilution, known as limiting molar conductance. So lambda naught m is called molar conductance at infinite dilution or limiting molar conductivity. So according to this equation, all the strong electrolytes varies with concentration. So now if we plot a graph of lambda m against root over c, so if we plot the graph of molar conductance against root over c, then we can find a graph like this. So in this side molar conductance, so lambda m molar conductance का unit s centimeter square per mole. This is unit of molar conductance. So in this direction molar conductance increases, and in this direction this is root over of c. तो concentration का unit mole per liter. तो root over c, तो mole per liter to the power half. Okay. So in this graph, this is zero concentration. Concentration increases in this direction. So here it may be 0.1. Here 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. So 0.5, 0.6. So molar conductance in this direction molar conductance, and in this direction concentration. The concentration increases in this direction and molar conductivity increases in the above direction. So here it is 20 ohm inverse centimeter square per mole. So here it is 40. 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. ठीक है. So for a strong electrolyte, say we are considering one example of calcium. Potassium chloride is a strong electrolyte. So for strong electrolyte, molar conductance value comes like this. Say for 0.1 concentration जब 0.1 होता है, molar conductance here 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, this here 0.6. So this graph is for potassium chloride, calcium. Now see, the molar conductance of a strong electrolyte slightly increases with decrease in concentration. देखो concentration in this side increases, तो in this side क्या होगा? Decreases. तो molar conductance of a strong electrolyte slightly increases. तो पहले से फिर से the molar conductance of the strong electrolytes vary with concentration depending upon one equation, and that equation is lambda Cm equals to lambda naught m minus a root c, and here a is the constant and its value depends upon the nature of the solvent and the temperature. Lambda Cm is the molar conductance at any concentration, and lambda naught m is the molar conductance at infinite dilution, or it is also called limiting molar conductance, and this equation is called Debye-Hückel-Onsager equation. This equation is called Debye-Hückel, D-E-B-Y-E, Debye-Hückel, H-U-C-K-E-L, Debye-Hückel-Onsager, O-N-S-A-E-R, Onsager equation. So this equation is called Debye-Hückel-Onsager equation. Now if we plot lambda m against root over c, a linear graph is obtained at lower concentration, but it is not linear at higher concentration. So from this graph we can say that the molar conductance of a strong electrolyte increases with decrease in concentration. Decrease in concentration means with dilution. Concentration decrease हुआ, that means क्या हुआ? Solution dilute हो गया. तो molar conductance of strong electrolyte increases with dilution or with decrease in concentration. So why molar conductance increases with dilution or decrease in concentration? So this is because the strong electrolytes are completely dissociated into ions in solution. So the number of ions remains constant in the solution. 0.6, तो 0.6 मोलार में जितने नंबर ऑफ आयन्स है 0.1 मोलार, मतलब कॉन्सेंट्रेशन डिक्रीज हो गया और डाइल्यूट हो गया सॉल्यूशन. नंबर ऑफ आयन्स रिमेन सेम बिकॉज स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स आर कंप्लीटली डिसोसिएटेड इनटू आयन्स. तो नंबर ऑफ आयन्स रिमेन्स सेम इन द सॉल्यूशन. तो एट हायर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन दैट मीन्स लेस अमाउंट ऑफ वॉल्यूम. कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ज्यादा होने से वॉल्यूम कम होगा. तो एट हायर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन द इंटरआयोनिक अट्रैक्शन, इंटरआयोनिक अट्रैक्शन फॉर KCl, K positive Cl negative, तो इंटरआयोनिक अट्रैक्शन इज मोर एंड इट retards the movement of ions in the solution. So since at the higher concentration or lower dilution, due to higher interionic attraction, the movement of ions becomes less and hence conductance decreases. But if the solution electrolyte solution is diluted, that means concentration is decreases, then ions are far apart from one another, so that interionic attraction also decreases. Therefore, due to less interionic attraction, the ions can be moved freely and electrical conductance value increases. ये clear हो गया? So if in the exam, if question comes how the molar conductivity of a strong electrolyte varies with concentration or varies with dilution, your answer will be the molar conductance of a strong electrolyte slightly increases with decrease in concentration. अगर concentration आया तो, अगर dilution आया तो the molar conductivities of a strong electrolyte increases with dilution. This is because a strong electrolyte is completely dissociated into ions in the solution, so that the number of ions in the solution remains constant. At higher concentration, the interionic attraction is more, which retards the movement of ions in the solution. And so that at higher concentration, that means at lower dilution, the electrical conductance value is less. But with dilution, the number of ions remains same and the ions are far apart from one another. So interionic attraction decreases, which is responsible for increase of its conductance value. It is also found that at lower concentration or at the dilution, the curve is steeply increases and approaches a maximum limiting value. It is steeply increases and approaches a maximum limiting value, which is known as limiting molar conductance, designated by lambda naught m or lambda naught m. It is also designated as lambda infinity m, lambda naught m or lambda infinity m. Again, from the plot, it is observed that the plot of a strong electrolyte, becomes linear, especially near lower concentration, that means with dilution, and can be extrapolated to the zero concentration. Extrapolated, तो यहाँ पे एक स्केल बिठा के एक्सट्रापोलेट करने से we will get, see, it is linear, almost straight, linear, and extrapolated to zero concentration. Up to zero concentration, if we extrapolate, then we will get the limiting molar conductance, that is lambda naught m value. So again, from the plot of strong electrolyte, it is found that the plot of the strong electrolyte is steeply increases near infinite dilution or near a low concentration. Low concentration or infinite dilution, the plot is steeply increases and can be extrapolated to zero concentration, and hence lambda naught m, that is molar conductance at infinite dilution, can be calculated for strong electrolyte. Okay. Now, if we consider weak electrolyte, number B, for weak electrolyte, as we know that weak electrolytes dissociates to a much lesser extent in comparison to strong electrolytes. Therefore, the molar conductance or molar conductivity of the weak electrolytes also much lesser or lower than the strong electrolytes at the same concentration. Now if we plot the graph of weak electrolyte, तो ग्राफ weak electrolyte का किसका ऊपर, मोलर कंडक्टेंस विथ कंसंट्रेशन, तो ग्राफ कैसा होगा, graph will be like this. At 0.1 molar concentration, 0.2 molar, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. So now we are considering the weak electrolyte is acetic acid, CH3 COOH, acetic acid. So from the plot we can see that the molar conductance of a weak electrolyte increases with dilution or increases with decrease in concentration. तो दोनों में ही इंक्रीज होता है, स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट में स्लाइटली इंक्रीज होता है और वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट में ज्यादा इंक्रीज होता है. तो मोलर कंडक्टेंस ऑफ ए वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट इंक्रीजेस विथ डिक्रीज इन concentration or increases with dilution. This is because a weak electrolyte partially dissociates into ions in the solution, and with decreasing concentration or with dilution, number of ions increases in the solution, which is responsible for increasing the conductivity of the solution or molar conductance of the solution. ठीक है, नंबर ऑफ आयंस इंक्रीज होता है और नंबर ऑफ आयंस इंक्रीज होने से the molar conductivity of the solution also increases. However, the molar conductivity of a weak electrolyte does not reaches the limiting value. तो limiting value में नहीं पहुंचता है molar conductance of a weak electrolyte. So again, if we see from the graph, we observe that the molar conductance of the weak electrolyte increases and it is steeply, highly increases near low concentration or extreme dilution. The molar conductivities of the weak electrolyte increases and it highly increases near the infinite dilution. And if we extrapolate the curve, it never reaches, ये सीधा उठता रहेगा, तो it never reaches zero concentration. So molar conductance of a weak electrolyte cannot give lambda naught m value, or in other words we can say that the limiting molar conductance or molar conductance at infinite dilution of a weak electrolyte cannot be determined experimentally. So experimentally we cannot determine the molar conductance at infinite dilution of a weak electrolyte. ठीक है, तो अभी ये जो टॉपिक है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक, हाउ द मोलर कंडक्टेंस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स वेरीज विथ concentration or dilution. तो मोलर कंडक्टेंस ऑफ स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट एंड वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट वेरीज विथ dilution in different points. In case of strong electrolyte, the molar conductance for a strong electrolyte slightly increases with increase in dilution or decrease in concentration. This is because a strong electrolyte is completely dissociated into ions in the solution. At higher concentration or lower dilution, the interionic attraction increases, which retards the motion of ions in the solution, and so the molar conductance value is lower. But with decrease in concentration, or you can say with dilution, the ions are far apart from one another. Ions एक दूसरे से दूर चला जाता है, so that interionic attraction decreases and hence conductance increases. At lower concentration, very low concentration, that means at the infinite dilution, we can extrapolate the graph between molar conductance and concentration of the strong electrolyte can be extrapolated to zero concentration and get the limiting molar conductance value. But in case of a weak electrolyte, since it dissociates partially, so its molar conductance value will be also less as compared to the strong electrolyte at the same concentration. The molar conductance of a weak electrolyte also increases with dilution or with decrease in concentration. This is because a weak electrolyte is partially dissociated into ions in the solution, and with dilution, number of ions continuously increases in the solution, which is responsible for increase in the molar conductivity. Now, the molar conductance for the weak electrolyte highly increases near infinite dilution and cannot extrapolated to the zero concentration, and hence molar conductance for a weak electrolyte, the lambda naught m value, that is limiting molar conductance of the weak electrolyte, cannot be determined. ठीक है, हो गया? तो ये हो गया वेरिएशन ऑफ मोलार कंडक्टिविटी विथ कंसंट्रेशन और डाइल्यूशन. और नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज कोलराश लॉ. नाउ कोलराश लॉ, KOHLRAUSCH, कोलराश कोलराश लॉ. पूरा लिखने से कोलराश लॉ ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट migration of ions. Kohlraasch law of independent migration of ions. So this is another important topic. So what is Kohlraasch law? The Kohlraasch law states that the limiting molar conductivity means lambda naught m, which is also known as molar conductivity at infinite dilution. The Kohlraasch law states that the limiting molar conductivity of an electrolyte is the sum of the limiting ionic conductivities of the cation and the anion. Sum of the limiting ionic conductivities of the cation and the anion, each multiplied with the number of ions present in one formula unit of the electrolyte. The complete statement is Kohlraasch law states that the limiting molar conductivity of an electrolyte is the sum of the limiting ionic conductivities of the cation and the anion, each multiplied with the number of ions present in one formula unit of the electrolyte. And mathematically, it is written as the limiting molar conductivity lambda naught m for an electrolyte. So the electrolyte is AXBY. So the limiting molar conductivity of an electrolyte is the sum of the limiting ionic conductivities. So limiting lambda naught ionic conductivities. तो AX, तो A कितने X, तो X numbers of lambda naught A Y positive plus Y number of lambda naught B X negative. तो limiting molar conductivity of an electrolyte is the sum of the limiting ionic conductivities. This is cation, this is anion. So sum of the ionic conductivities of the cation and the anion, each multiplied with the number of ions present in one formula unit of the electrolyte. So here lambda naught m is the limiting molar conductivity of the electrolyte. Lambda naught AY positive is the limiting ionic conductivities of the cation, AY positive ion. and lambda naught Bx negative is the limiting ionic conductivities of the anion. Anion is Bx negative. And these x and y's are the number of ions present in the cation and anion respectively. तो इसका एग्जाम्पल देखो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल तो lambda naught m for NaCl. So NaCl is an electrolyte and NaCl dissociates as Na positive plus Cl negative. So how many Na positive is there? Only one Na positive. So it is 1. तो 1 लिखने का जरूरत नहीं. lambda naught Na positive plus Cl भी 1 ही है. तो lambda naught Cl negative. The limiting molar conductivity of an electrolyte is the sum of the limiting ionic conductivities. Lambda naught. It means limiting ionic conductivities of the cation and the anion. Each multiplied with the number of ions. So Na positive only 1 ion multiplied by 1. Cl negative is only 1 multiplied by 1. So each multiplied with the number of ions present in one formula unit of the electrolyte. Similarly, another example you see. Lambda naught m for barium chloride BaCl2. So BaCl2 ionized as Ba dipositive plus twice Cl negative. तो Ba कितने? Only 1. तो lambda naught Ba dipositive plus chlorine 2A. Twice of lambda naught Cl negative. So in BaCl2 Ba1 there is 1. तो 1 of lambda naught Ba यहाँ पे 2 है इसलिए 2 पॉजिटिव. Cl कितना है? 2. तो ट्वाइस lambda naught Cl Ba कितना 1 तो 1 नेगेटिव. X नेगेटिव. समझ में आ रहा है? See another example. Lambda naught M aluminium sulfate Al2SO4 thrice. तो limiting molar conductivity of aluminium sulfate. ये क्या होगा? Limiting ionic conductivities of the cation and the anion. तो limiting ionic conductivity of the cation. तो cation is aluminium positive होगा क्योंकि Al2SO4 thrice. तो Al2SO4 thrice gives twice aluminium. Aluminium कितना है? 2. यहाँ पे 3 इसलिए 3 पॉजिटिव प्लस SO4 कितना है? 3. तो 3 SO4 और यहाँ पे 2 इसलिए 2 नेगेटिव. तो ट्वाइस lambda naught aluminium ट्राई पॉजिटिव. ये हो गया limiting molar conductivity of the cation and it multiplied by the number of ions. Plus 3 of lambda naught SO4 dinegative. The Kohlrausch law states that the limiting molar conductivity of an electrolyte is the sum of the limiting ionic conductivities of the cation and the anion, each multiplied with the number of ions present in one formula unit of the electrolyte. ठीक है. Now application of Kohlrausch law, which is very important. Application of Kohlrausch law. Application of Kohlrausch law. Application of Kohlrausch law. So we know that the molar conductivity of a strong and weak electrolyte increases with dilution as well as concentration. If concentration is decreased, then also molar conductivity increases. And the limiting molar conductivity, that is lambda naught m, for a strong electrolyte can be calculated experimentally, but for a weak electrolyte the limiting molar conductivity cannot be calculated experimentally. But by using Kohlraasch law, we can determine the limiting molar conductivity of a weak electrolyte. So first application is calculation of molar conductance at infinite dilution. Infinite dilution means limiting molar conductivity, lambda naught m. So calculation of molar conductance at infinite dilution for weak electrolyte. So this is the first application. So how? The molar conductance at infinite dilution, that means limiting molar conductivity of a weak electrolyte, can be calculated by using Kohlraasch law. So as we know, the limiting molar conductivity of a weak electrolyte cannot be determined experimentally, but by using Kohlraasch law, we can calculate the limiting molar conductivity for weak electrolyte. So let the weak electrolyte is acetic acid. So acetic acid is the weak electrolyte. Acetic acid का formula CH3COOH. So let the weak electrolyte is acetic acid. Then by Kohlraasch law, we can write lambda naught m, limiting molar conductivity of the weak electrolyte, that is CH3COOH, is equals to क्या होगा? Limiting ionic conductivities. So lambda naught CH3COO negative plus lambda naught H positive. So CH3COOH is CH3COO negative plus H positive, 1 ions. So lambda naught CH3COO negative plus lambda naught H positive. So this is according to Kohlraasch law. So this equation can be arrived. By knowing the limiting molar conductivities of strong electrolytes like KCl, CH3COOK, HCl, etc. So this equation, by applying Kohlraasch law, acetic acid is dissociated as lambda naught CH3COO negative plus lambda naught H positive. This equation can be arrived by knowing the limiting molar conductivities or molar conductance at infinite dilution of strong electrolytes like KCl, CH3COOK, HCl, etc. So these are strong electrolytes. Strong electrolytes का तो limiting molar conductivities, that is lambda naught m value calculate किया जाता है. So by knowing these values, we can also derive or arrive this equation, etc. So as Kohlraasch law lambda naught m CH3 COOH is equals to lambda naught CH3 COO negative plus lambda naught H positive प्लस अभी KCl ऐड करता हूं तो KCl क्या होगा लैम्डा नॉट K पॉजिटिव प्लस लैम्डा नॉट Cl नेगेटिव। तो इस इक्वेशन तो यहां तक है, मैंने KCl ऐड किया बाय अप्लाइंग कोलराश लॉ। तो लैम्डा नॉट K पॉजिटिव प्लस लैम्डा नॉट Cl नेगेटिव, इसको फिर से माइनस कर देता हूं, माइनस लैम्डा नॉट K पॉजिटिव माइनस लैम्डा नॉट Cl नेगेटिव। ये जो KCl मैंने ऐड किया था माइनस कर दिया, अभी तो इक्वेशन सेम ही है। नाउ रीअरेंज, अभी इस इक्वेशन को रीअरेंज करता हूं। तो रीअरेंजिंग, तो लैम्डा नॉट m CH3 COOH दिस इज इक्वल्स टू, तो लैम्डा नॉट CH3 COO नेगेटिव। तो CH3 COO नेगेटिव के साथ एक पॉजिटिव चाहिए, अभी H पॉजिटिव को नहीं लाएंगे, K पॉजिटिव को लाएंगे, प्लस लैम्डा नॉट K पॉजिटिव, दिस वन एंड दिस वन रीअरेंज किया, प्लस नाउ दिस वन एंड दिस वन, ये दोनों हो गया, अभी ये दोनों, तो लैम्डा नॉट H पॉजिटिव प्लस लैम्डा नॉट Cl नेगेटिव, ये दोनों भी हो गया, अभी रह गया ये पार्ट, तो माइनस, तो माइनस कॉमन लेने से लैम्डा नॉट K पॉजिटिव, तो ये माइनस माइनस प्लस हो जाएगा, लैम्डा नॉट Cl नेगेटिव। दैट मीन्स वी आर गेटिंग लिमिटिंग मोलर कंडक्टेंस ऑफ CH3 COOK, ये दोनों पार्ट मिलकर CH3 COOK, CH3 COOK is a strong electrolyte, plus this part gives lambda naught m for HCl, and HCl is a strong electrolyte, minus lambda naught m for this is KCl. KCl is also a strong electrolyte. So now by knowing the values of, कौन सा वैल्यू जानोगे, तो by knowing the values of molar conductivity at infinite dilution or limiting molar conductivity of the strong electrolytes like CH3COOK, HCl, KCl, we can get the limiting molar conductivity of weak electrolyte acetic acid CH3COOH. For example, if KCl gives lambda naught m value, example, so lambda naught m for KCl, if KCl is 200 s centimeter square per mole, if CH3COOK lambda naught m for CH3 COOK is 150 s centimeter square per mole, and lambda naught m for HCl is say 75 s centimeter square per mole. For example, if their values are like this, then we can calculate lambda naught m for CH3COOK 150 plus lambda naught m for HCl is 75 minus lambda naught m for KCl is 200. So 150 plus 75, that is equals to 225 minus 200. So 225 minus 200 is 25 s centimeter square per mole. So this is the limiting molar conductivity of the weak electrolyte acetic acid. So by knowing the values of limiting molar conductivities of the strong electrolytes, we can get the limiting molar conductivity of the weak electrolyte by applying Kohlrausch law. तो ये जो पार्ट है याद रखना है। Now second application, calculation of degree of dissociation of a weak electrolyte. Number 2, calculation of degree of dissociation. Calculation of degree of dissociation. तो degree of dissociation का symbol है alpha of a weak electrolyte. Calculation of degree of dissociation of a weak electrolyte. How can you calculate the degree of dissociation value? It is alpha value of a weak electrolyte. So if lambda Cm is the molar conductance or conductivity at any contact. So if lambda Cm is the molar conductance at any concentration, C, here C is the concentration. So if lambda Cm is the molar conductance at any concentration C and lambda naught M is the molar conductance or molar conductivity at infinite dilution, then degree of dissociation, at concentration C So degree of dissociation at concentration C is alpha C is equals to lambda Cm divided by lambda naught M. So lambda Cm divided by lambda naught M. So by using this formula you can calculate degree of dissociation of a weak electrolyte. The degree of dissociation of a weak electrolyte can be calculated by the formula alpha C equals to lambda Cm by lambda naught M. And here lambda naught M can be calculated by the first application. So by using Kohlrausch law you can calculate lambda naught M. ठीक है. Now number 3. So number 3 is how can you calculate the dissociation constant of a weak electrolyte. So number 3, calculation of dissociation constant. So dissociation constant is symbolized by K. K is the dissociation constant. So calculation of dissociation constant of a weak electrolyte. This is the third application of Kohlrausch law. So if you know the degree of dissociation, so by calculating calculation of degree of dissociation, by calculation of degree of dissociation, that is alpha value at any concentration C. So degree of dissociation alpha at concentration C, the dissociation constant dissociation constant is K. At concentration C, can be calculated as the dissociation constant तो dissociation constant अभी concentration C में है, at concentration C, it is Kc is equals to C into alpha square divided by 1 minus alpha. So write down this formula, very important. So dissociation constant at any concentration can be calculated by the formula K equals to C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. So here alpha is the degree of dissociation, which is also calculated by using Coulter's law. क्योंकि अल्फा कैलकुलेट करने के लिए तुम्हें लैम्डा नॉट m चाहिए. C is the concentration of the solution. ठीक है. Then number 4, calculation of solubility of a sparingly soluble salt. The fourth application, calculation of solubility. The calculation of solubility of a sparingly soluble salt. So how the solubility of a sparingly soluble salt calculated? इसका solution, तो by determining the specific conductivity. तो स्पेसिफिक कंडक्टिविटी का फॉर्मूला क्या है, सिंबल क्या है? स्पेसिफिक कंडक्टिविटी इज कप्पा. तो बाय डिटरमाइनिंग द स्पेसिफिक कंडक्टिविटी एंड मोलर कंडक्टिविटी, molar conductivity is symbol lambda. So by determining the specific conductivity kappa and molar conductivity, symbol is lambda m of sparingly soluble salts, like कुछ sparingly soluble salts का एग्जाम्पल जैसे AgCl, बेरियम सल्फेट, BaSO4, lead sulfate, PbSO4, etc. So by determining specific conductance or electrolytic conductivity, that is kappa, and molar conductivity of the sparingly soluble salts, the lambda naught m, that means molar conductance at infinite dilution, can be calculated as so lambda naught m is equals to kappa into 1000 divided by molarity. You know this formula, lambda naught m is equals to kappa into 1000 by molarity, which is equals to kappa into 1000 divided by, in place of molarity you can write solubility. So therefore solubility is equals to kappa into 1000 by lambda naught m. So solubility is equals to kappa into 1000 by lambda naught m, and lambda naught m can be calculated by using Kohlrausch law. By using Kohlrausch law, lambda naught m can be calculated. For example, lambda naught m for AgCl. So AgCl is a sparingly soluble salt. So AgCl is the sparingly soluble salt. So lambda naught m for AgCl क्या होगा? It is equals to sum of the limiting ionic conductivities of the cation and anion. यहाँ पे cation है Ag positive, anion है Cl negative. So limiting ionic conductivities of cation Ag positive plus lambda naught for Cl negative. So by using Kohlrausch law, you can calculate lambda naught m, and specific conductivity kappa can be calculated by using conductance meter. तो ये हो गया how can you calculate the solubility of a sparingly soluble salt. This is the formula. Solubility is equals to kappa into 1000 divided by lambda naught m. This lambda naught m is calculated by using first application of the Kohlrausch law. ठीक है? And there is another application also, the ionic product of water. And we know the ionic product of water. The fifth application is number 5, that is ionic product of water. Number 5 application, ionic product of water, that is Kw. W is water, and we know ionic product of water is equals to concentration of H positive into concentration of OH negative, because water H2O, and H2O gives H positive plus OH negative. So concentration of H positive into concentration of OH negative, and concentration of H positive का वैल्यू है 1.01 into 10 to the power minus 7. Concentration of OH negative is also same, 1.01 into 10 to the power minus 7. And this value comes out to be 1.02 into 10 to the power minus 14. That is ionic product of water. Kw is equals to 1.02 into 10 to the power minus 14. So it is less important. So these 4 applications are very important. So by using Kohlrausch law, we can calculate the limiting molar conductivity of a weak electrolyte, which cannot be determined experimentally. We can also calculate the degree of dissociation of a weak electrolyte. We can calculate dissociation constant of the weak electrolyte. Also, the solubility of a sparingly soluble salt. So from the application of Kohlrausch law, we have to do some numerical works. So there are some numerical problems we have to solve by using the application of Kohlrausch law. So now I am giving you the questions. So here the question is, if the molar conductivities of molar conductivities at infinite dilution of NaCl, HCl and CH3COONA are 126.4, 425.9 and 91 as centimeter square per mole respectively, what will be the limiting molar conductivity of CH3COOH? तो एसिटिक एसिड इज अ वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट, तो इसका लिमिटिंग मोलर कंडक्टिविटी निकालना है. व्हाइल NaCl strong electrolyte, HCl strong electrolyte, CH3COONA, so these are strong electrolyte. Their values at limiting molar conductivity, that is molar conductivity is at infinite dilution, these values are given, lambda naught values are given. हमें डिटरमाइन करना है lambda naught m for CH3COOH. तो by applying Kohlrausch law, solution देखो, solution by applying Kohlrausch law, by applying Kohlrausch law, we can write lambda naught m for CH3 COOH. तो lambda naught m for acetic acid is equals to क्या होगा, lambda naught CH3 COO negative plus lambda naught of H positive. Now lambda naught m for CH3 COOH is equals to, we have lambda naught CH3 COO negative plus lambda naught of H positive. अभी हमें एक स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट ऐड करना है, तो स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट NaCl को ऐड करते हैं. NaCl, तो NaCl होगा लैम्डा नॉट Na पॉजिटिव प्लस लैम्डा नॉट Cl नेगेटिव. तो ये पार्ट ऐड किया, और सेम पार्ट को माइनस कर देते हैं. माइनस लैम्डा नॉट Na पॉजिटिव माइनस लैम्डा नॉट Cl नेगेटिव. तो ये जो पार्ट ऐड किया इसको माइनस कर दिया, तो इक्वेशन तो सेम ही रहेगा. रीअरेंजिंग, on rearranging, तो lambda naught m for CH3 COOH is equals to lambda naught CH3 COO negative plus lambda naught Na positive. ये दोनों पार्ट हो गया. now this two part, ये दोनों पार्ट प्लस लैम्डा नॉट H पॉजिटिव प्लस लैम्डा नॉट Cl नेगेटिव. तो ये दोनों पार्ट भी हो गया. अभी रह गया ये तो माइनस कॉमन लेने से लैम्डा नॉट Na पॉजिटिव प्लस लैम्डा नॉट Cl नेगेटिव. सो दिस इज इक्वल्स टू लैम्डा नॉट m फॉर CH3 COO Na sodium acetate plus this part is lambda naught m for HCl minus lambda naught m for NaCl. तो lambda naught m for sodium acetate, तो sodium acetate का वैल्यू है 91.0 प्लस लैम्डा नॉट HCl सेकेंड का वैल्यू 425.9 माइनस NaCl का लैम्डा नॉट NaCl, तो NaCl का वैल्यू है 126.4. यूनिट है S सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर पर मोल. तो ये दोनों ऐड करने से 0.9, 5 plus 1 6, 9 plus 2 11, 516.9 minus 126.4, 126.4. तो 9 से 4 जाने से 5, 6 से 6 0, 11 से 2 जाने से 9, 4 से 1 जाने से 3. 390.5 S centimeter square per mole. So this is your answer. समझ में आ गया आंसर. So lambda naught m for CH3 COOH comes out to be 390.5 S centimeter square per mole. And this is done by using Goldrash's law. बस हो गया. Now another numerical question. To see the question, at 291 Kelvin, the molar conductivity is at infinite dilution of NH4Cl, NaOH and NaCl are 129.8, 217.4 and 108.9 S centimeter square respectively. If the molar conductivity of a centinormal solution of NH4OH is 9.33 S centimeter square, what is the percentage dissociation of NH4OH at this dilution? You have to also calculate द डिसोसिएशन कांस्टेंट ऑफ NH4OH। पहले कैलकुलेट करना है परसेंटेज डिसोसिएशन ऑफ NH4OH एंड देन डिसोसिएशन कांस्टेंट ऑफ NH4OH। तो डिसोसिएशन कांस्टेंट इज K एंड K इज इक्वल्स टू फॉर्मूला क्या है डिसोसिएशन कांस्टेंट का? फॉर्मूला इज C alpha square divided by 1 minus alpha, where alpha is the degree of dissociation, and degree of dissociation can be calculated by the formula lambda Cm divided by lambda naught m। ठीक है, तो डिसोसिएशन कांस्टेंट निकालने के लिए हमें अल्फा निकालना पड़ेगा, डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन। डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन निकालने के लिए हमें लैम्डा नॉट m चाहिए, एंड लैम्डा नॉट m कैन बी कैलकुलेटेड बाय यूजिंग कोल्डार्स लॉ। लैम्डा नॉट m किसका निकालोगे? लैम्डा नॉट m फॉर NH4OH। तो ये पहले निकालना है, फर्स्ट पहले ये, उसके बाद ये निकालोगे एंड देन यू कैन गेट डिसोसिएशन कांस्टेंट K। तो स्टेप वाइज आना है। तो इसका सॉल्यूशन तो पहले हमें निकालना पड़ेगा मोलर कंडक्टेंस एट इनफाइनाइट डाइल्यूशन ऑफ NH4OH by using Coulter's law। by using Coulter's law, lambda naught m for NH4OH is equals to lambda naught NH4 positive plus lambda naught OH negative। So this is equals to lambda naught NH4 positive plus lambda naught OH negative। तो अभी एक स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट ऐड करना है। तो स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट कौन सा ऐड करेंगे? NaCl। तो लैम्डा नॉट Na पॉजिटिव प्लस लैम्डा नॉट Cl नेगेटिव। तो ये ऐड किया, इसको फिर से माइनस कर देता हूँ, माइनस लैम्डा नॉट Na पॉजिटिव माइनस लैम्डा नॉट Cl नेगेटिव, इसको माइनस कर दिया। तो ऑन रीअरेंजिंग NH4 पॉजिटिव के साथ Cl नेगेटिव, तो लैम्डा नॉट m4, तो NH4 पॉजिटिव एंड Cl नेगेटिव मिलके हो गया NH4Cl। Na पॉजिटिव एंड OH नेगेटिव ये दोनों मिलके हो गया लैम्डा नॉट m4 NaOH माइनस लैम्डा नॉट m4 ये दोनों मिलकर हो गया NaCl। ठीक है, तो NaCl को ऐड किया था, NaCl माइनस हो गया, बाहर हो गया। तो लैम्डा नॉट m4 NH4Cl, तो NH4Cl का वैल्यू कितना गिवन है? 129.8 प्लस NaOH का वैल्यू गिवन 217.4 माइनस NaCl का वैल्यू गिवन 108.9 S सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर। तुम पर मोल लिख सकते हो, नहीं लिखने से भी होगा क्योंकि पर मोल कैंसिल ही होगा। तो ये दोनों ऐड करने से 8 + 4 12, 10 + 7 17, 1 2 + 1 3, 3 + 1 4, 1 + 2 3 माइनस 108.9। 12 से 9 जाने से 3 हो गया 6, 16 से 8 8 3 2, इट इज 238.3 S सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर। तो ये हमें मिल गया लैम्डा नॉट m। ठीक है, क्वेश्चंस में गिवन है इफ द मोलर कंडक्टिविटी ऑफ ए सेंटिनोमियल सॉल्यूशन ऑफ NH4OH, तो मोलर कंडक्टिविटी लैम्डा m Okay, sentinel solution is given 9.33. That is lambda Cn value is given 9.33 s centimeter square. So lambda Cm is given 9.33 s centimeter square, or lambda naught m now calculated 238.3 s centimeter square. So we can calculate degree of dissociation. Given lambda Cm is equals to 9.33 s centimeter square. Therefore, degree of dissociation that is alpha. The degree of dissociation at any concentration is C. So degree of dissociation is equals to lambda Cm divided by lambda naught m. The value of lambda Cm is 9.33 s centimeter square. यूनिट लिख देता हूँ, यूनिट कैंसिल हो जाएगा. 9.33 s centimeter square. And lambda naught m value is calculated now. The value is 238.3 s centimeter square. So s centimeter square cancel, and this value comes out to be 0.0392. 0.0392. So this is degree of dissociation. But in your question it was asked what is the percentage dissociation. तो percentage dissociation कैसे calculate करोगे? So therefore percentage dissociation will be this value into 100%. So therefore percentage dissociation So percentage dissociation is equals to 0.0392 into 100%. So this is equals to 3.92%. So this is your answer. तो एक आंसर मिल गया 3.92%. ये तुम्हारा एक आंसर. What is the percentage dissociation of NH4OH at this dilution? The answer is 3.92%. And degree of dissociation value is 0.0392. ठीक है. अभी कैलकुलेट करना है dissociation constant. So now dissociation constant of NH4OH. Dissociation constant of NH4OH. So dissociation constant is K, and K is equals to C into alpha square divided by 1 minus alpha. So here C is the concentration. So here C is concentration. So what is the concentration of NH4 solution? Find out in your question. Find out concentration कितना है. देखो यहाँ पे लिखा है centinormal solution. तो centinormal solution means 1/100 normal solution. Millinormal means 1/10 normal. Centinormal 1/100 normal. So 1/100 normal is equals to 0.01 normal. Normality. So normality value is 0.01. And alpha value is, you know, alpha value is 0.0392. That is alpha. So therefore K is equals to 0.01 into alpha value is 0.0392. 0.0392 whole square divided by 1 minus alpha. Alpha value is 0.0392. So this is equals to, तो 0.01 को लिख सकते हो 10 to the power minus 2 into 3.92. 3.92 लिखने से 10 to the power into 10 to the power minus 2 whole square divided by 1 से ये माइनस होने से ये हो गया 8.069 0.9608. So this is equals to 1.599 into 10 to the power minus 5. So this is your answer. 1. K is equals to 1.599 into 10 to the power minus 5. बस हो गया. तो यहाँ पे देखो एप्लीकेशन ऑफ कोलब्रुश लॉ का 3 एप्लीकेशन यूज हुआ है. पहले लैम्डा नॉट एम निकाला था फर्स्ट एप्लीकेशन. सेकेंड एप्लीकेशन में डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन कैलकुलेट किया. डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन कैलकुलेट करने के बाद उसको परसेंटेज डिसोसिएशन में कन्वर्ट किया था. थर्डली डिसोसिएशन कांस्टेंट निकाला. 3 एप्लीकेशन अप्लाई हुआ इस न्यूमेरिकल में. समझ में आया? Another numerical problem. So now see, here the question is the conductivity of 0.001028 molar acetic acid is 4.95 into 10 to the power minus 5 as centimeter inverse. So conductivity means specific conductance or electrolytic conductivity. And the concentration of the solution is this. You have to calculate the dissociation constant, that is K, if lambda naught m value for acetic acid is 390.5 as centimeter square per mole. So specific conductivity and lambda naught m value is given. तुम्हें calculate करना है dissociation constant. And we know dissociation constant K. K is equals to C into alpha square by 1 minus alpha. Alpha चाहिए. Alpha is degree of dissociation. And degree of dissociation alpha is calculated by the formula lambda Cm divided by lambda naught m. तो lambda naught m वैल्यू तो गिवन है. lambda Cm तुम्हें पहले कैलकुलेट करना है. ठीक है? तो सॉल्यूशन we have lambda Cm or lambda m only is equals to kappa into 1000 by molarity. This formula is already discussed in my previous class. So you can check my first class, then you will get this formula also. So molar conductivity is equals to specific conductance into 1000. So 1000 is centimeter cube per liter divided by molarity. So this is equals to the kappa. Kappa is the specific conductance or conductivity. And conductivity value is given 4.95 into 10 to the power minus 5 as centimeter inverse into 1000. So 1000 is centimeter cube per liter divided by molarity. Molarity of the solution is 0.001028 molar. Molar means mole per liter. Mole per liter. ठीक है? तो अभी यहाँ पे पर लीटर कैंसल, सेंटीमीटर इनवर्स और 1 सेंटीमीटर कैंसिल हो गया. तो रह गया S सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर और मोल ऊपर आने से per mole. So on calculating this, the value will be 48.15. The value is 48.15 as centimeter square per mole. This is lambda Cm. This molar conductance. So now, अभी तो molar conductance मिल गया. So now degree of dissociation. Degree of dissociation. So degree of dissociation is alpha, and alpha is equals to lambda Cm divided by lambda naught m. And value of lambda Cm. लैम्डा सी एम का वैल्यू हमें मिल गया 48.15 एस सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर पर मोल, एस सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर पर मोल divided by lambda naught m, and lambda naught m value is given in the question 390.5 s centimeter square per mole. तो यूनिट तो कैंसिल, दिस इज इक्वल्स टू 0.1233. तो ये मिल गया डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन. हमें कैलकुलेट करना है इट्स डिसोसिएशन कांस्टेंट. thus डिसोसिएशन कांस्टेंट, डिसोसिएशन कांस्टेंट इज k, and k is equals to फॉर्मूला क्या है c into alpha square divided by 1 minus alpha. Now put down the values. C is the concentration, and concentration is given 0.001028 molar. Molar means mole per liter into alpha square. The value of alpha is 0.1233 whole square divided by 1 minus alpha. Alpha value is 0.1233. So this is equals to 1.78 into 10 to the power minus 5 mole per liter. So this is your answer. तो यहाँ पे ये जो फॉर्मूला फर्स्ट क्लास में एक्सप्लेन किया था, तो मोलर कंडक्टेंस इज इक्वल्स टू कप्पा इनटू V. V इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय 1000 by cm molar concentration. Molar concentration cm, that should be replaced by molarity. First class में already this formula is explained. तो पहले लैम्डा सी एम कैलकुलेट करोगे, तो लैम्डा सी एम कैलकुलेट करने के बाद तुम डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन अल्फा निकालोगे, बिकॉज लैम्डा नॉट एम वैल्यू इज गिवन टू द क्वेश्चन. तो लैम्डा सी एम बाई लैम्डा नॉट एम you can get degree of dissociation, and if you get the degree of dissociation, then dissociation constant K can be calculated by the formula C alpha square by 1 minus alpha, where C is the concentration, alpha is the degree of dissociation. Concentration is given to the question, so this is your answer. So up to this much, today's class complete. So today's class will be complete, chapter is remaining. Thank you all.